Alright, so what we have here, this is a Squier Matt Freeman P-bass neck. Okay, I bought this on eBay, and it came with the tuners and all that. But the problem was, when I bought it, the thread holes were all stripped out. So the bass I wanted to put on, I couldn't put them on. I bought these metal inserts to put in there, but I don't own a drill press. So I tried to stay as straight as I could, but I ended up going crooked with the holes here when I drilled them out. So the metal inserts didn't work. So what I ended up doing is, I got this piece of hardwood dowel, and I put the hardwood dowel in each hole, and I cut it down to size. See, I got the pieces of dowel in there. And then what I'm going to do is I've got some Gorilla wood glue that I'm going to put in here. I'm going to fill the hole, well, pull a dab of glue in there, clamp them, let them sit and settle, and then once that's done, I'm going to fine sand these down so that they're smooth, and then I can just go ahead and put it on whatever bass that I plan on putting it on. And then what I might do on the bass body itself, just to make it a little bit stronger. Now this might be the body I'm putting it on. I haven't decided yet. This is a Fender 62 reissue bass body I have. What I might do is back here on the heel, I might drill 2 small holes here, and then get some small wood screws to drill down through into the neck, just for a little extra strength. And then I'm going to put them underneath the plate. I'm going to countersink them so that they're underneath the plate just for extra strength. I'm guessing this will be fine with the modification I'm doing to it, just with these hardwood dowels. But I'm going to add the 2 screws just for the extra strength. So that's the project I'm working on right now, is getting this neck up and rolling. It's a really nice neck. It's got the maple wood grain. It's pretty sweet. But yeah, I got this neck I think for like $100 on eBay, and when I went to put it on the bass, the holes were stripped out, wouldn't even tighten up, which sucked. But sometimes that's what happens when you go on eBay, you know. So now I've got to modify this so it works. Once it's glued and on the bass, I will update this video. All right. Okay, so there's the glue I'm using. It's the Gorilla glue. I also have the Gorilla wood glue. I was reading on a forum that this stuff here works pretty good. It's kind of like a super glue on steroids. And I don't own a wood clamp. So I'm using a pair of vice grips and an old clothespin clamped onto the heel of the neck. How's that for red neck? Hey, if it works, that's all that matters, right? And of course the glue here, it dries white. Once that's dry, I'll just have to sand that off when I level them off. That's alright. But that's the progress so far on the neck. Just thought I'd share it with you. Okay, so the dowels are in place and they've been glued. Just going to do some fine sanding to smooth them out. They're pretty flush with the heel, so there won't be a lot of sanding, which is good. I really didn't want to do a lot anyway. And then once they're all smooth, I got to figure out which bass body I'm going to put this on. We got the Squier Jazz Bass Special, which has a P and a J pickup. It's like a precision body. And then we got the Fender 62 reissue P bass body. Or I might get really adventurous and put it on the old Grebig punk rock jazz bass, which right now just has a Mark Hoppus bass neck on. But I think this neck would look pretty cool on that. So that's where we're at with the project. I just got to do some fine sanding down and then figure out which bass body I'm going to put it on. And I will continue with another video with that when this project is done. Alright, so here we have the Squier Matt Freeman P-bass neck modification, fix, repair, whatever you want to call it that I'm doing. I just went out and I sanded these nice and smooth. So now we are ready to figure out which bass body we're going to mount it to and mount it. We're good to go. So stay tuned. Alright, so here's the bass body that we're putting the Squier Matt Freeman bass neck on. It is a 2011 Fender Precision body. It is a white metallic pearl finish. That there's a Seymour Duncan SB3 quarter-pound pickup, which is probably the best P-bass pickup out there. Great for punk rock, with just a volume, no tone. Anyway, this is the bass body I'm going to put the neck on, and there's the neck that was on this bass. I put that on the Squier. It's a precision body, but it was called a Jazz Bass Special. It's got a Seymour Duncan quarter-pound P pickup and a quarter-pound Jazz pickup. And it sounds pretty good, so that's what we're doing with those. So stay tuned for the updates on this. I'm getting ready to drill the holes in the body, and then we're going to get ready to put the neck on. I'm also putting on some black hardware with this, so it should look pretty cool. So stay tuned. Alright, and there we have the extra set of holes drilled to put the additional wood screws. What I'm using here for the additional screw holes are actual neck screws instead of regular wood screws. And well, they're kind of a wood screw, but using the neck screws, so we'll have 2 neck screws in here, then the plate, and then the regular 4. So that's what we're shooting for. I got the holes drilled. I'm gonna go prep the neck to be drilled on. Stay tuned. Okay, there we have the 2 screws in for support, countersunk into the body. So far it's working pretty good. I'm pretty impressed. Stay tuned. Alright, we got the new tuners on there. They're Scalar tuners. They're a really good tuner. So we're going to get ready to bolt this onto the bass. Stay tuned. There it is. The neck is mounted. The project is done. So I'll tell you about this bass real quick. Alright, we'll show you the back. Pardon the mess. There's the neck joint. It's pretty solid. Feels pretty solid. Obviously it's got 6 bolts in it, so it should be solid. But on this neck here we got the Scalar tuners. Really good tuners. Went with the black hardware. Squier Matt Freeman neck. For those of you who don't know who Matt Freeman is, he's the bass player for Rancid and probably one of, if not the best punk rock bassist to ever lived, next to Dee Dee Ramone. But we got the nice maple wood grain here in the neck. Sweet neck. And then the body here, it's a 2011 Fender Precision body. This here's a Goto bridge. It's an aftermarket bridge. These are really good solid bridges. Seymour Duncan SPB3 quarter-pound pickup. Single volume. I put a black volume knob on here to go with the chrome. Of course we got the Grebig signature right there. So we got quite the punk rock bass going right here. But yeah, I'm pretty excited that I got this project done this weekend. I have a couple other projects I'm working on. I just got to get the time to finish them, but I got to get all these projects done soon. So there you have it. It's the Fender Squier Matt Freeman signature Grebig punk rock bass. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next project. Y'all have a good one and happy trails.